Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully because this can shape your tomorrow. To act as your best self, you must first learn what to avoid, not just what to do. In life, it is not always about adding more but eliminating what weighs you down quietly. The first thing you must avoid is negative self-talk. Those quiet whispers of "I can't do this" or "I'm not enough" are not facts. They are illusions built by fear and doubt. They shrink your courage, limit your actions, and trap you in an invisible prison. When you catch yourself saying these things, pause, breathe, and replace them with "I am capable," "I am learning," "I am improving." Your words are your architecture, and your mind listens to what you say. Second, avoid procrastination. The world has been built by people who act, not those who only plan. Every time you delay your tasks, you delay your progress, and you also train your mind to be comfortable with excuses. Start taking small steps immediately, even if imperfect. Action builds momentum, and momentum builds confidence, turning your dreams into tangible progress. Third, avoid toxic people. Those who consistently drain your energy, belittle your ambitions, or laugh at your vision will slow your journey. Your environment influences your growth. So protect your energy by spending time with people who inspire, support, and push you forward, not those who keep you stuck in negativity. Fourth, avoid comparing yourself with others. The moment you start comparing your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 20, you rob yourself of joy and gratitude. Everyone has their own timing and their own unique journey. Focus on your path, your progress, your mission. Let others inspire you, not define your worth. Fifth, avoid ignoring your health. Your body is the vehicle that will take you to your dreams. If you neglect your sleep, your nutrition, and your exercise, you will pay the price with decreased energy and lower mental clarity. Treat your health as a priority, not an option, because without it, even your biggest goals become impossible to chase. Friends, to act as the best version of yourself, you need to eliminate what secretly kills your progress. Avoid these 5 things, and you will step into a life of clarity, action, and confidence. Your greatness is waiting for you on the other side of your excuses, distractions, and self-doubt. Eliminate them and rise. Avoiding negative self-talk is one of the most powerful steps you can take to transform your life. Because the words you tell yourself every day shape your actions, your habits, and your identity. Many people do not even realize how often they sabotage themselves quietly, saying things like "I can't do this," "I am too weak," "I am not smart enough," or "I always fail." These phrases may seem harmless in passing thoughts, but they quietly weaken your spirit, lower your energy, and convince you to settle for a small life. The human mind believes what it hears consistently, and when you feed it negativity, it will look for evidence to prove those words true, even if you have the potential to do something far greater. Negative self-talk turns small challenges into mountains and creates fear where there should be curiosity and learning. When you catch yourself using negative words about yourself, pause for a moment and observe where that voice is coming from. Often, it is the echo of past failures, criticism from others, or fear of not being accepted. Instead of letting these voices control you, learn to challenge them. For example, if you catch yourself saying, "I can't do this," ask yourself, "Why can't I? Is this fact or fear?" Most of the time, you will realize that it is fear and self-doubt, not truth, holding you back. By questioning your negative thoughts, you weaken their grip over your mind, creating space for a new, empowering narrative. Your words shape your perception of reality. If you tell yourself repeatedly that you are not good enough, your actions will align with that belief, leading you to avoid opportunities, shy away from challenges, and give up when faced with discomfort. It becomes a cycle of self-sabotage, where your negative self-talk leads to limited actions, which produce poor results, which then confirm your negative beliefs. To break this cycle, you must replace negative self-talk with words that empower and encourage you to take action. This does not mean lying to yourself or pretending challenges do not exist. but it means reminding yourself that you can learn, you can improve, and you can grow, regardless of how many times you have failed in the past. Start becoming aware of the language you use about yourself daily. Notice how often you criticize yourself for small mistakes or talk down to yourself when things don't go as planned. These moments are opportunities to change the script in your mind. Instead of saying, "I'm so stupid for making this mistake," say, "I made a mistake and I will learn from it." Instead of saying, "I always fail," say, "I have faced failures before, but I can keep going and improve." These small shifts in language change the energy you carry within yourself and build the mindset of resilience instead of defeat. One of the most powerful practices to avoid negative self-talk is to develop affirmations that align with your goals and identity. Choose phrases like "I am capable," "I am worthy," "I am learning every day," and repeat them to yourself, especially when you feel doubt creeping in. Your brain needs repetition to rewire its beliefs, and by feeding it positive statements consistently, you start to believe in your capabilities, which reflects in your actions and decisions. This does not mean challenges will disappear, but it means you will approach them with a mindset ready to grow instead of a mindset that fears failure. Remember that avoiding negative self-talk is not about being unrealistically positive all the time. It is about choosing not to let fear and doubt become your identity. It is about treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a close friend who is struggling, encouraging yourself instead of tearing yourself down. Whenever you find yourself in a situation where things go wrong, pause and remind yourself that mistakes are a part of the process, not the definition of your worth. The more you practice awareness of your self-talk, the more control you will gain over your emotional state and your focus, allowing you to take actions that align with your growth and goals. Avoiding negative self-talk is a daily commitment to speak to yourself in a way that builds you, not breaks you. It is about catching yourself when your words start becoming weapons against your own dreams and transforming those words into tools that build your courage, focus, and resilience, allowing you to act as your best self in every area of your life. Avoid procrastination because it silently steals your potential, one delayed action at a time, while making you believe you will act tomorrow. Procrastination is not a time management issue. It is an emotional management issue where fear, perfectionism, and discomfort hold you back from taking the very steps that can change your life. Many people tell themselves, "I will start tomorrow," "I need to feel ready," or "I need the perfect plan before I begin." And these thoughts feel comforting in the moment because they allow you to avoid the discomfort of effort, mistakes, and uncertainty. However, every time you delay taking action, you are not just postponing a task. You are delaying your growth, your goals, and your dreams. When you procrastinate, you allow small tasks to pile up, turning simple actions into overwhelming burdens in your mind. This creates stress and guilt, which drain your mental energy, making it even harder to take action. The mind starts associating the task with discomfort, and you build a habit of avoidance. This avoidance keeps you in a loop where you never experience the momentum that comes from action. And without momentum, your confidence remains weak, feeding further procrastination. It becomes a silent cycle where your vision for your future is postponed repeatedly until weeks, months, and even years pass without progress. To avoid procrastination, you need to understand that waiting for motivation to take action is a trap. Motivation comes from action, not the other way around. When you take a small step, even if it feels uncomfortable, you build momentum, and that momentum generates the motivation you think you need to begin. Action creates clarity because when you start, you learn what works and what does not, allowing you to adjust your path with real feedback instead of guessing in your mind endlessly. If you wait to feel fully ready, you will stay stuck because readiness is a result of taking action and gaining experience. Another reason people procrastinate is perfectionism, the belief that you must do something perfectly or not do it at all. This mindset paralyzes you because perfection is an illusion. There will always be something to improve, and mistakes are necessary for growth. By accepting that your first attempt does not need to be your final attempt, you free yourself to start taking imperfect actions that lead to learning, growth, and eventually mastery. Progress is better than perfection because consistent progress compounds over time, building skills, confidence, and results that perfectionism will never give you. When you find yourself delaying a task, break it down into the smallest possible action you can take immediately. The smaller the step, the less resistance your mind will feel toward starting. If you need to study for an exam, start by opening the book and reading one page. If you need to exercise, start by doing 5 push-ups. If you need to write a report, start by writing 1 sentence. These small actions break the inertia of inaction and create a sense of achievement, signaling your brain that taking action feels rewarding, encouraging you to continue. It is also important to remove distractions from your environment that feed your procrastination habit. Your phone, notifications, and social media can easily pull you into mindless scrolling, giving you a false sense of productivity while you avoid the tasks that truly matter. By creating an environment where distractions are minimized, you make it easier for yourself to focus and act. Your environment shapes your behavior, so design it to support action rather than avoidance. Procrastination often hides behind the excuse of not having enough time, but the reality is that you often waste small pockets of time throughout the day on activities that do not align with your goals. By using these small pockets to take small actions, you turn lost time into productive moments that build momentum. Consistency in these small actions is what creates significant progress over time, allowing you to move closer to your goals while others remain stuck waiting for the perfect time to start. Avoiding procrastination is about training your mind to embrace discomfort and take action despite fear or doubt. The more you practice taking immediate action, the more you rewire your brain to respond to tasks with readiness rather than avoidance. Every small action you take trains your mind and body to align with your goals, building the discipline and consistency that are the true keys to achieving your potential. Avoid toxic people because they drain your energy, cloud your clarity, and slow your growth in ways you do not immediately notice. Many people underestimate how deeply the energy of the people around them impacts their mindset, decisions, and focus. Toxic people may not always appear toxic on the surface. Sometimes they come disguised as friends who consistently discourage your dreams, family members who belittle your ambitions, or colleagues who constantly complain and gossip, pulling your attention into negativity. They may subtly inject doubt into your plans by saying things like, "Are you sure you can do that?" or "That's too risky," planting seeds of fear that take root in your mind if you are not careful. Over time, these seeds grow into hesitation, fear, and confusion, slowing your progress and lowering your belief in yourself. Being around toxic people often leads to emotional exhaustion because you feel you have to constantly defend your dreams, justify your actions, or shrink your goals to make others comfortable. You may notice how you feel heavy after talking to them, or how your motivation drops when you spend time with them. This is because their energy impacts your emotional state, and your emotional state shapes the actions you take daily. If you want to grow and step into the best version of yourself, you need to protect your energy as fiercely as you protect your time, because both are essential for your success and peace of mind. Many people tolerate toxic people in their lives out of fear of being alone or because of a sense of obligation, but it is important to understand that your environment is stronger than your willpower over the long term. Even if you are disciplined, spending consistent time with people who constantly complain, blame others, criticize you, or project fear will drain your drive and clarity. The conversations you have daily are the nutrition for your mind, and toxic conversations will poison your mindset, while empowering conversations will strengthen it. To avoid toxic people, you need to develop the courage to set boundaries, even if it feels uncomfortable. Boundaries are not about cutting everyone off in anger. They are about choosing your mental and emotional health over people's temporary approval. If someone constantly disrespects your goals, drains your energy with negativity, or crosses your boundaries repeatedly, you need to limit your exposure to them. This can be as simple as spending less time around them, redirecting conversations to positive or neutral topics, or communicating clearly when you do not wish to discuss certain things with them. If they refuse to respect these boundaries, it is a clear sign that distancing yourself further is necessary for your peace and growth. It is also important to be aware of the subtle guilt that toxic people often create when you begin to pull away to protect your energy. They may accuse you of changing, being selfish, or not caring about them anymore. Understand that prioritizing your growth and well-being is not selfish, it is necessary. You cannot help others or show up as your best self if your energy is constantly being drained by those who refuse to grow or respect your boundaries. Avoiding toxic people is not about thinking you are better than others. It is about recognizing that your environment needs to match the energy you want to build in your life. If you want to be positive, growth, focused, disciplined, and peaceful, you need to surround yourself with people who reflect or encourage those qualities, or at the very least, people who do not actively sabotage them in you. Seek out those who inspire you, support your vision, and believe in your potential, even when it is inconvenient. Even a few positive connections can create a strong support system that will uplift you and help you stay focused when challenges arise. Take a moment to observe your current environment and the people you interact with most. Do they bring energy or drain it? Do they encourage your dreams or belittle them? Do they push you to grow or keep you stuck in fear and excuses? These questions are essential because the answers will reveal whether your environment is supporting or sabotaging your journey. Being mindful of the company you keep allows you to create a space where your mind, energy, and actions align with your goals. Avoiding toxic people is one of the most liberating actions you can take for your growth because it creates room for peace, clarity, and inspiration in your daily life. By protecting your energy, you will find yourself with more focus to take action, more confidence to pursue your goals, and more resilience to overcome challenges along your path. Avoid comparing yourself because it steals your peace, distracts your focus, and blinds you to your own unique journey. In the age of social media and constant updates about other people's achievements, lifestyles, and progress, it is easy to fall into the trap of measuring your worth against what you see others doing. You may see someone achieving a milestone you are working towards, living in a way you wish to live, or receiving recognition you desire, and immediately feel behind, inadequate, or unworthy. This comparison creates unnecessary pressure in your mind, making you doubt your path, question your pace, and even feel like giving up because you feel you are not moving fast enough or doing well enough. What you need to understand is that everyone has a different starting point, a different set of challenges, and a different timeline. Just because someone is ahead in one area of life does not mean you are behind in yours. And just because someone's progress looks fast does not mean your journey is slow. When you compare yourself to others, you focus on their highlight reel while ignoring the effort, struggles, failures, and sacrifices that are hidden behind their achievements. You may see the final product, the shining moment, or the applause they receive, but you do not see the countless silent nights of doubt, the failures they had to overcome, and the discipline they had to build to reach where they are. Comparison is unfair because it measures your reality against someone else's filtered moments, creating false expectations and dissatisfaction within you. This dissatisfaction can drain your motivation, making you feel as if what you are doing is not enough, even if you are making real progress that should be celebrated. Avoiding comparison allows you to focus on your lane and your growth. Your path is unique, and your timeline is yours alone. Some people find their purpose early, while others discover it after years of exploration, and both paths are valid. When you constantly compare, you miss the beauty of your journey and the lessons it is offering you right now. You may have strengths others do not have, and you may overcome challenges that will prepare you for opportunities in the future. But if you are always looking sideways, you will miss the progress you are making step by step. Comparison also creates feelings of jealousy and resentment towards others, which poisons your energy and mindset. Instead of feeling inspired by others' achievements, you start feeling threatened by them, forgetting that their success does not take away from yours. There is enough space in the world for everyone to succeed in their own way. When you let go of comparison, you can appreciate the success of others while staying committed to your own growth without bitterness. This mindset creates peace within you and allows you to build genuine connections with people, supporting and learning from them instead of competing unnecessarily. The only person you should compare yourself with is the person you were yesterday. Are you improving your discipline, your skills, your mindset, and your actions, even if in small ways? Are you learning from your mistakes and becoming more consistent? These are the comparisons that lead to real growth because they focus on your personal development, not external validation. Every step you take towards improvement, no matter how small, is progress, and acknowledging it builds confidence and motivation to keep going. To avoid comparison, practice gratitude for where you are and what you have accomplished so far. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, from who you are not to who you are becoming. It allows you to see your blessings, your efforts, and the opportunities in front of you, reminding you that your journey has value, even if it looks different from others. When you find yourself comparing, pause and redirect your attention to your own path, reminding yourself that your story is not meant to be the same as anyone else's. Avoiding comparison is an act of self-respect and self-love. It is about trusting your process and understanding that your life is not a race against anyone else. Your energy is better spent on taking action towards your goals, learning new skills, and growing your mindset rather than worrying about who is ahead or behind you. When you focus on your path with commitment and gratitude, you free yourself from the unnecessary burden of comparison, allowing yourself to move forward with peace, confidence, and clarity. Avoid ignoring your health because your body is your ultimate asset, and without it, even your biggest goals and dreams become impossible to chase. Many people sacrifice their health in the name of hustle, thinking they will take care of themselves later when they achieve their goals. But this mindset is dangerous. You may think you are saving time by skipping sleep, eating whatever is convenient, or avoiding exercise to work longer hours. But in reality, you are borrowing energy from your future, and the cost will eventually be paid through fatigue, sickness, and mental fog that will slow you down when you need your energy the most. Your body is the vehicle that carries you toward your purpose, and when you neglect it, you weaken the very foundation of your productivity, creativity, and discipline. When you ignore your health, your focus and mental clarity are the first to suffer. Lack of sleep dulls your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and stay emotionally stable, making every task feel heavier and more stressful than it is. Poor nutrition robs your body of the energy and nutrients it needs to sustain consistent performance. And without physical activity, your body becomes stiff, your stamina decreases, and you start feeling tired even before your day properly begins. These small drains on your energy may seem manageable at first, but over time they compound, leading to burnout, chronic fatigue, and illnesses that force you to stop and recover, costing you more time than you would have spent maintaining your health in the first place. Avoiding the neglect of your health requires a mindset shift that health is not a luxury or something you will prioritize later, but a daily investment in your growth and future. It is understanding that exercise is not just for physical fitness, but also for mental strength, emotional regulation, and stress relief. Even a simple walk can clear your mind, boost your creativity, and improve your mood, allowing you to return to your work with renewed focus. Eating nutritious meals fuels your brain, stabilizes your energy levels, and helps you stay consistent throughout the day. Prioritizing quality sleep is not laziness. It is strategic preparation, allowing your mind to process information, your body to repair itself, and your energy to reset for the challenges ahead. When you avoid ignoring your health, you build the foundation to sustain long-term growth. Success is not just about reaching your goals. It is about maintaining the energy, focus, and discipline to enjoy and manage those goals when you get there. Many people push themselves to achieve financial or career milestones while ignoring their health, only to find that they cannot fully enjoy the results because of the health issues they developed along the way. By taking care of your health now, you are ensuring that your future self can handle greater responsibilities, challenges, and opportunities with strength and energy, instead of being limited by sickness and fatigue. Taking care of your health does not mean you need to adopt extreme routines or dedicate hours to fitness daily. It starts with small, consistent actions that fit into your lifestyle, like drinking enough water, adding more whole foods to your meals, moving your body daily, and setting a consistent sleep schedule. These small actions build habits, and habits create lasting change. It is about respecting your body enough to give it what it needs so it can support you in your mission and goals. Ignoring your health also impacts your mental and emotional resilience. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, allowing you to handle stress, setbacks, and challenges without feeling overwhelmed. Physical activity, nutritious food, and quality rest directly impact your mood and emotional balance, helping you stay patient, disciplined, and positive as you work towards your goals. Your health is a tool that sharpens your ability to take action, maintain focus, and stay consistent, which are the real drivers of progress in any area of life. Your body carries you through every task, every dream, and every challenge you face. When you avoid ignoring your health, you honor your potential and show gratitude for the life you have been given. Taking care of your health is not a distraction from your goals. It is an essential part of achieving them sustainably, ensuring that you have the energy, clarity, and strength to keep moving forward, no matter what challenges come your way.